This is another episode of Numeral Glyphs, exploring famous people. Today I sit down to look at Jeffrey Epstein, who happens to be born on January 20th, 1953. If I add up all numbers, I'll reach a single digit of 3, which is interesting. So now I'm just starting. I'm using a triangle, a vesica Pisces, a circle, a enneagram, a pentagon, and finishing off with a triangle. This is interesting because this is all exploration what I'm doing here. So we have a person, in this case Jeffrey Epstein, who's an interesting character, you could say, and instrumental for the times we're living in, serving us some unsavory topics which always reach to the highest level. So let's just have a look. So the outermost shape, which could be described as the container or the octave in which this takes place. So I'm introducing a vesica Pisces. Try to be big enough, like so. And as I'm doing this, I'm just trying to find some hints as to the person, because actually this is just an archetype, an archetypal glyph that has always light and dark. But should the rumors be substantial or turn out to be true, this is a truly hideous representation of the possibilities inside this glyph. So let's just find out. So there was this female element of the vesica and this triangle over it down to the month, which is January. So it's his birthday, which made me move Jeffrey to the top. Let's give him the circle here, which is a male element. That is then housing a enneagram. Sorry about the noise. There is like renovations going on. I just keep going. Okay. I'm going for enneagram because of space. I need some space in here. Like so. Actually, it's a double circle here. I was missing out on the one. Let's squeeze this in like this. See, this mistake proves I'm a real person. I'm self-correcting. Okay, so we've got the one, we've got the enneagram. Let's find the pentagon. like so. I just eyeball the correct position. And then I will be placing the triangle inside here. I'm going for an orientation upside down, like so. And then just add these highlights. So what I've created here is the birthday glyph of Jeffrey Epstein using geometrical shapes. I'm using the numbers 1 through to 9, and I find it quite fascinating that his life path number adds up to a 3. And when I'm looking at this glyph, I'm not so much interested in the divination part as in numerology, not yet. It's actually mostly just like a symbol that carries a frequency, which is actually accessible by just observing. What I'm doing now, I try to find the places that need some more care to make it more easily readable. Okay. I feel guided to use some black. This would be his 73rd birthday. Let's just see what's inside. Actually, I cannot help myself because I know the result of this life. I have to go for a dark center. Yeah. What I'm doing now is just adding some light touches of color to differentiate these areas a bit better. I'm using gray here, and I feel guided to use blue to emphasize the 9 within this circle. So this character here has turned the potential of this glyph into its worst form. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm reaching the final stages here. I'm going to use the colors blue, gray and yellow because these are favored color schemes when it comes down to brainwashing. That's it. Last finishing touches. Now, I have used the geometrical shapes going from left to right, outside in. The main topic is the 3. And these are all sub-aspects that are taking place within this number 3. That's it. Jeffrey Epstein's birthday glyph.